Our Computex trip is brought to you by PHANTEKS, Cooler Master, and MSI.
What's up, guys? I'm Dimitri with our Canucks. We're at Thermaltake right now, and very interesting case popped up here. This is the View 71 TG. I think what Thermaltake is trying to go is approach it from a full tempered glass perspective, just like we saw on the Corsair 570X. But I actually think that they've done something different here that makes this a better enclosure in terms of functionality. In the visuals, it's a little bit more chunkier. We got same kind of angular designs with tempered glass corners here that have been smoothed out, and now the side panels have a swivel mechanism. They still sit on two thumb screws at the front that have nice deep rubber pieces that can be removed if you want to get access to the main pin. But check this out. A side panel that swivels, tempered glass panel that swivels, that's very good. That can also be removed. Now, because there's so much glass around, you definitely have to think about airflow. And so this one will come with two fans, one 140 at the front, one at the back that will be blue ring fans, so some from the Thermaltake. As for the I/O, we got 4 USBs. Let's turn this back on. Audio, reset button. The power button is kind of on the right side. It's also illuminated in blue to go with the match with the blue LED fan that's going to be included. I honestly think that they should have gone with some maybe like RGB fans, but obviously the price point is very difficult to achieve if they're including some RGB fans. So the price point here is like $159. So for so much glass, you can see if that's something that you value. Plus, because of the interior, they leave everything pretty much open. Lots of room for radiator installation and pump installation at the bottom. The power supply shroud is non-evident, so that's kind of a bummer. I was hoping to see something built in there, but the vertical GPU riser is there, so you can house your GPU in this format and show it off if you're water cooling. And really, Thermaltake is just really pushing hard on the whole water cooling agenda, and I think the View 71 is a good case to start. A 360mm radiator can be supported at the top and at the front and also on the side. As you can see, the fan mounts are located at the back, so you can install radiator in this way and push-pull. Now, because they're approaching this from a more open perspective, the tempered glass in the back is slightly extended from the case. Therefore, if you are installing a radiator facing in this direction, the airflow is actually fine because there's enough gap between the glasses, between all the glass for airflow to exit. Now, that is one thing that you have to think about. You have quite an open interior, so dust filtration is a concern, of course. But I guess with so much glass, that is expected. All right, so for cable management at the back, now because it's a tempered glass panel, everything is exposed. I was hoping maybe we would see like some type of covers that we saw earlier at Cooler Master today, but here, because the airflow will be entering this panel, so it's open on purpose, but of course it's not going to be 100% coming through because of the glass. But here, lots of room to work with in terms of cabling, stashing cables here. Looks like we got some rubber grommets, a fan hub, and check out the top here. So one interesting perspective here is that the fan bracket can be either installed slightly offset towards the side panel, or it can be centered depending on your configuration. And looks like there isn't much in terms of cable management here to help you with that, but these are all RGB connections, and so that's the consequence of trying to connect so many things. And so the View 71 TG as a concept enclosure to show off your water cooling abilities, to show off your RGB goodness and any lighting possibilities you can do, is a very good place to start, especially because tempered glass is visible. It's not very dark and it's not tinted, which I like. I like this sort of natural stance. But of course, approaching this sort of very open enclosure, so you have to think about airflow and dust buildup, especially since everything here is kind of open. I would have liked to see a power supply shroud in here, just so we can cover some of those cables. And that's one of the major, I think, challenges that you would face building in something like this. Cable management, you'll really have to know what you're doing in order to make things pretty. Again, just because everything is so open. So what do you guys think of the View 31? How do you like all the glass? Is it too revealing for you? Let us know in the comments below. But there's one other enclosure that we saw here that's very exciting, and I'm excited to see how it will do on the market. It's the View 31 TG budget enclosure, oriented at $69 price point. tempered glass on both side panels, and very compact enclosure, good power supply shroud, and it seems to be very nice accommodation for a radiator at the front, which is 360 millimeters, and it will compete with likes of S340 Elite, for example, and I think many people will love the fact that we have tempered glass on both side panels, and we have two of these, so the View 21, and the Core G21, basically the exact same enclosure in the frame, aside from having a different front panel, so more airflow oriented and more visual oriented. All right, so the tempered glass, guys, look at this. There's a little hooks on the bottom of the panel, so it allows you to the panel will not fall off the hinges. It allows you to kind of place it in there and comfortably place the glass panel on the hinges. Nice, smart move by Thermaltake. I appreciate that. On the inside, if you come around here, Eber, look, we got 3 60mm radiator at the front. Everything in the front here is open, so you don't have to fiddle around with trying to decide if you want to open up this area. I do like that for a budget enclosure. That's very good. We have 2 SSD brackets here, 2 more at the back that can be installed on this whole little panel there. Nice cutouts that are not rubber grommeted, but that's kind of like my only feedback here is that, no rubber grommets, but for a budget enclosure, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And so the View 21 and the Core 21 really prove that tempered glass cases don't have to be expensive. I'm happy that Thermaltake is coming out with these options. It's going to be competing very well with the S340, perhaps with the S340 Elite, and the new P300 from PHANTEKS. So let us know what you guys like the most. And I think there's potential with these cases simply because everything is sort of covered, and from the looks of it and me handling the case, they feel like really good quality, especially with tempered glass panels and those little hooks that allows you to catch the panel before you insert it. So guys, that is it from Thermaltake. I'm Dimitri with Canucks. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.